I just hate how today's society is trying to brainwash women into thinking that the whole hookup culture and sleeping around is something normal. But not only they are trying to convince us into thinking that this is normal, but this is also becoming cool and cooler. And cooler and cooler. I literally had ladies telling me that they cannot live without sex. And the same women, they will also tell you, he didn't me. Him. You're saying that, we all know that, only because you need to hide your feelings, the dirtiness, the guilt that you have inside. The truth is that there's no single woman on this world that is sleeping around and is fully mentally healthy and is happy.
Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Miss Kafue. So in this video, we are discussing why it's very dangerous for women to sleep around. So ladies, do you think sleeping around is a good idea? In this video, you'll get to hear why many women think it's a very bad idea. Like, there are very many dangers to sleeping around. And also in this video, you'll also get to see some women confessing to how many people they've slept with. Like, it's crazy. Like, in this video, it gets really crazy. But first, I'd love to know what you think about this topic. Do you think sleeping around is a good idea? What do you think about it? Do you think women should be sexually free like men? They should just be able to just do it? Me personally, I don't think sleeping around is healthy for anyone, man or woman. I don't think it's healthy for anyone. And I have my reasons to it. So ladies, let's jump right into the video. I don't want to be a spoiler for you. And then I'll be back to give my take on it.
This won't be your typical keep your legs closed until you marry video. But I'm about to give you some reasons why it definitely is a good idea. Sis, that man that you are sleeping with don't go to the doctor and he don't go to the dentist. And you wondering why your pH balance is compromised. Stop sleeping with that man. Sis, you want a commitment and want to be married. This man that you sleeping with, falling deeper and deeper in love with, every meeting that y'all have, has no intentions on committing. Stop sleeping with that man. Sis, that man's bedroom performance may be good, but his morals and integrity don't align with nothing that you want in a man. Stop sleeping with that man. Sis, you got vision and goals. He don't. Stop sleeping with that man. Sis, you're heartbroken over a bum. Now you got a soul tie. Stop sleeping with that man. Sis, you know that something just ain't right with that man. So stop sleeping with that man. Sis, he got you settling. Stop sleeping with that man. I love you, sis. And you deserve more than what you get. You be well.
And on your 40th birthday, you set yourself a challenge, which was that you would sleep with 40 men in one day.
That was my birthday present for myself.
I'm surprised you could walk after that.
A bit of a sore back, but no, it's fine.
And did you afterwards think, you know, what am I doing?
No.
I
had the most fantastic day. Afterwards, me and husband sat there then, having a drink all night.
Ladies, do you know how you destroy your own destiny? By sleeping around. Yes, soul ties are real. Have you ever been in a scenario where you sleep with someone and right after that, things go and stand still in your life? Or when you start sleeping with someone and things just change in your life, they start moving bad? Or have you ever noticed certain characteristics or behaviors of the person you're sleeping with in you, like you start behaving like that person? Or maybe when you can't live without somebody, if you're not together, you can't breathe. If you're not with them, you're not at peace. It's because of a soul tie. And I can't lie to you, I was that type of person who had soul ties, okay? And I noticed and I healed from it through prayers and committing myself to God. Soul ties are dangerous. This is how you draw misfortunes in life, through soul ties. It's very spiritual. So please avoid sleeping around, because when you do that, you're creating a bond between you and that person that's not easily broken. Spiritual bonds are very hard to break, I tell you. They need serious prayers and commitment. They really do. Or even those people who would sleep around in the name of good lifestyle, in the name of making a living from it. You don't know that you are paying for those things spiritually. Let me tell you, usually you end up being depressed. I'm telling you, you find you're depressed, but you don't know why you're depressed. But it's because of a soul tie. Sleeping around brings so many spirits in you. You exchange a lot of energies, a lot of spirits, and you find yourself becoming a different person because of that. You don't know why. There are things that you cannot understand in the physical realm. You can only see them in the spiritual. And I'm telling you this, you may not believe me or yes, but it attracts a lot of spiritual things. So learn to live within your means. Don't do things blindly. Because I learned this the hard way also. I didn't really have chance to get this advice earlier. But if you have a chance to listen to this, get it from me, okay? Because it's more like you're creating a covenant between you and someone. That's how it works spiritually. That's how it works. It's not easy to break certain ties. It's not. But it's possible.
Can't keep sleeping with these guys that quick. I keep telling you. They think you sleep with everyone and they don't want you anymore. You understand? Hold out. God, don't sleep with men right away, because you know why? They think every date you go on, this is what you do. Okay, so stop. God, I keep telling y'all, stop it. Okay, just stop. Every man that you sleep with super quick thinks you do it with every man. And it's a turn off after they have gotten what they wanted and they don't see you the same anymore, and they move on to someone who makes them wait, who challenges them, and who makes them work for it. Okay, so they just got a free meal from you. You don't give it up. You make them work. Okay, stop it. Go start over, or give him 6 months, then see what he's talking about.
Do not go and sleep around with people after you just got out of a relationship. I'm mainly talking for long-term relationships, maybe 6 to 8 months or more. When you go sleep with a bunch of people, you're doing it for one of two reasons. You either want revenge and you're like, oh, fuck her, this and that, like I'm gonna go fuck a whole bunch of girls, or because you're trying to fill a void. You're trying to fill that feeling, because the issue is you have been with this person for 6 months, a year, 2 years. That's been your daily habit, to always talk to this person, always be with that person and have that person. And now that you don't have it, you're not accustomed to being alone. You're not accustomed to living that life of just being by yourself and not having that person around you. So as hard as it might be to not do because you're not dating anybody, you have all these options, don't fucking do it. It's only going to be a dark path of hedonism that is never, ever going to make it feel better or make the situation better. And if you say you're doing it to just get over her and to get her out of your head, you're fucking weak. And of course, this goes for both guys and girls.
You'll never be able to satisfy your soul by sleeping with multiple people, because what you're really looking for is intimacy. And we misinterpret what that craving for intimacy really is. See, your soul is craving intimacy with the divine. And the only way for our souls to push us to the divine is to attract the type of person that's going to push us to the divine. This is typically somebody who comes in and breaks you down and pushes you into a healing journey. It takes skill and hard work to actually build a true deep communion with the single soul or the single person. And we need guidance from God to do this. If we can't create a deep spiritual bond with God, then how can we create a deep spiritual bond with another soul? Because there are going to be times where you're going to have the connection with God to be able to ask God for the grace to be able to handle your partner through the different phases of their development. Because they're going to go through things just like you're going to go through things. You're not going to be the same person this month that you were last month or 6 months ago. And so that relationship with God is going to help us to really form an intimacy in the relationship that we're in. But when we're just trying to satisfy our flesh, when we just think that the desire for intimacy is physical, it's sex, that's when we can get caught up in trying to deal with multiple people. And the irony is that most people haven't even developed the skill to form a deep connection with one person, let alone multiple people. They just give out pieces and half versions of themselves to these people, 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door, and they wonder why nothing ever works. Your soul is still yearning for intimacy from the divine so that it can teach you how to actually have intimacy with another human being.
I can't do that. I can't sleep with a bunch of people and just think nothing of it. Or I can't sleep with a bunch of people and then wake up the next morning and not have that on my conscience. Yeah. And then too, where I'm going in my life, I don't want anybody to be able to say, hey, but she was this and she was that. You know what I'm saying? Even though we all have a past, don't get me wrong, but I'm careful with my current so that it does not come an embarrassing past. Let me say that again. I'm careful with my current so that it does not come an embarrassing past in my future.
If nobody on social media has ever said this to you before, I'm gonna say it. Don't sleep around. If you're young, in your 20s, or even in your teens, I'm gonna have a very real conversation with you right now. A lot of people may not agree with me. If you don't agree with me, that's cool. You don't have to. But if you do want to listen, then grab a chair. Don't sleep around. I promise you, it does more harm than good. A lot of people think that, like, since we're in a society that's really sexualized, you kind of have to get with the city girl mentality and the hot girl wave. And don't get me wrong, like, I encourage everybody to have fun and live their youthful days and turn up. But you can have fun. You can even date around without actually sleeping around. And my reasons for why people shouldn't sleep around have nothing to do with anyone else but you. I just feel like it does more harm than good. I talk about hookup culture a lot on here, and I just say, like, how at the end of the day, it makes you feel really empty. You giving your body to someone and them treating you like you're nothing but a means for them to feel good, it's gonna make you feel bad about yourself. And in turn, it's gonna cause you to have lower self-esteem. When you're giving the most precious parts of your body to someone and they don't even treat you like a human being, and all they say to you afterwards is, so how you finna get home, or are you gonna call your Uber, etc., etc., it's gonna make anybody feel bad. I don't care how tough you are, I don't care how hard body you are, it's gonna make you feel bad. It's gonna hurt. I know my makeup probably looks crazy right now, but it's the light, and just trust the process. But I'm saying, you don't want anything that's gonna just break down your self-esteem over time. You don't want people to just treat you constantly like you're a piece of meat. It does not feel good, and it's not gonna feel good. I feel like you're important. You as a woman, you're powerful, you're important. So you should only have actual interactions where people treat you as such. A lot of people feel like maybe they have to settle for being someone's situationship or being in a 10-year-long talking stage because they feel like that's all you can get. But I'm gonna say this for the 100th time: whatever you accept from life is what exactly you're gonna get. If you just are comfortable staying in a long-term situationship and staying in a long-term talking stage, or whatever they want to call it nowadays, that's all what you're gonna get, because you're not demanding more from the men in your life or from the men around you.
Men do not respect women that sleep around. Men, they know that a woman lowers her value when she sleeps around, because it is not normal for our species. It's never been normal for any species for a woman to offer herself up on a platter without you proving yourself. Forget the human species for a second. Not in any species did men just get to have women or have females in their species without providing, without bringing something to the table. You think you're gonna waltz in and have access to any woman you want and just sleep with her? Nope, that's not what it takes. In any species, you have to be able to provide. And in our species, for millions of years, there's been rituals around that. Okay, so no, she's not gonna just sleep with you because you think that's what everyone else is doing. Okay, and don't act like you're surprised. Like, the thing that pissed me off about this is that when my client was like, no, that's for my husband, not for you. You're not my husband. He was acting like, well, everyone does it and you have two heads. No. You know better, okay? And I don't know what kind of dirty women you've been hanging out with that are the community service girl that just open themselves up to every man, but that's not my client. So you better act right. I was so pissed for her. Like, what?
Attractive women don't sleep around. People think attractive women sleep around all the time, but it's actually the opposite. Attractive women don't need to sleep with men to get validation because they get this validation every time they go outside. Unattractive women don't. So a lot of the times they're sleeping with these men in private to get their validation because these men don't acknowledge them in public and they do in private. That's why they do it. These pick-me unattractive women will get complimented once and they will go immediately sleep with this guy because they got complimented. And because attractive women get complimented so much, these women think that these attractive women do that too. In reality, attractive women know that compliments from men mean absolutely nothing. Attractive pretty women also get slut shamed a lot more by both men and women because they are seen as a threat. Those unattractive pick-me women thrive on getting attention from men. They think attractive women are exactly the same and they feel threatened because attractive women get it more. They don't care if the pick-me sleep with the men because they're not seen as a threat, but attractive women are, so they'll call them a slut. In their head they think all the pretty women are going to take all the men, but that is not the case. The pretty women don't care. They know that male validation does not matter at all and they decentralize their life from men. A lot of these men call women sluts as well because they literally sleep with anyone who gives them the time of day or gives them attention.
they are willing to sleep with anyone, and they think all attractive women are as well. That is because they lack dignity and self-respect. It would be a lot better for all women if you just stop easily giving up to men, because that is what they do. You're literally feeding their ego. Stop it.
Did you know if you sleep with more than 5 guys, your chance of a happy marriage after 10 years goes from 80% to 25%? Because the more men you sleep with, you lose your ability to bond with each one.
Pair bonding.
Yeah, it's pair bonding. So if you sleep with 1 guy, you're going to compare the next guy to him. If you sleep with 10 guys, you compare all 10. If you sleep with 20, you compare all 20. You're not likely to be divorced, but you're more likely to leave if you did that. So your husband might pay for it because you're sleeping with your husband wishing it was the other guy.
The truth is, a lot of y'all be sleeping with the enemy and you don't even know it. Let me repeat this for a second. A lot of y'all are in a relationship with the enemy. You are in a relationship with people who do not wish you well. You are in a relationship with people who do not want you to succeed. And if you don't believe me, think about something that you're passionate about. Think about one of your dreams. Think about something, one of your goals. How many times have your partner tried to discourage you or make you feel foolish about going after something that you actually love? Have they gave you 10,000% of their support, or do they let you figure it out on your own because really they don't show any interest because they don't give a fuck? That is not a partner. That is not a wife. That is not a husband. That is a hater. You have an enemy inside of your house. You have an opposition inside of your home, inside of your bed, and they do not wish you well. You are literally sleeping with the enemy. I talk about this in my book. Click the link in the bio.
Cheap women sleep with men for money. Classy women sleep with men for power and control. Yes, sex is power, so use it wisely.
I've had sex with up to 6 guys this year already, and none of them wants to date or marry me. Am I not worth being a wife? Hey guys, let's advise this person. Please, I need help. I just sat down today and I cried after a guy blocked me on WhatsApp, Instagram, and everywhere. This is the 6th guy I've had sex with in 2024, and we've not even entered the ember month yet. Guys usually send me DMs or ask my friends for my number, but immediately we've had sex twice or thrice, they would just disappear like magic. I won't see them again until I post a very nice picture of myself on WhatsApp. 2 guys have blocked me this year already, and I don't know what I did. I am always the one going after them after sex. What am I doing wrong? My friends that are not even as fine as I am are already married. I'm 28 and I want a husband and a home. I can cook, I have a good job, but no guy wants to marry me. Last week I had to smell my VJ to check if it's smelling, but it smells like roses and perfumes. I'm fine, fair and curvy. Why don't guys take me seriously? First of all, I am sorry for what you're going through, but I think it's time for you to change strategy, because you cannot keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. It's time for you to go celibate. Be celibate. Don't have with anybody. You don't have to give yourself to a man just because he says he likes you or something. No, you have to do better. Be better than that. Go on a celibacy journey. The person that's meant for you would wait for you. You're already ready to get married, like you said. So what's it gonna hurt? What's going to be the harm? Focus on working on yourself. Focus on God. Focus on building yourself, your career. Forget about the whole marriage and men. Desperation can also be smelled from afar. So get rid of that thought. You're just 28. Calm down. The pressure is pushing you to do things that you're not supposed to do. You're desperate and they can see it, and it's already hurting you, because why are you giving yourself to everybody and anybody that just says they like you? So I would strongly advise you go on a celibacy journey. Over to you guys. What would you advise her to do?
Incredible. Went on a holiday with 5 other girls. We met a group of 15 boys. One of our girls slept with 14 out of the 15. What? That is fantastic. 14? How? That's crazy. Well, also, what was wrong with the last one? Why couldn't you just finish it?
Because I always say a woman sleeping around, it hurts herself more than anyone else because it impacts her ability to pair bond. So women have a hard time staying when they've slept with too many people, statistically. Yeah, because women that have slept with more than 5 men, their chance of a happy marriage drops from at 80% after 10 years they're going to be in a happy marriage to 30% after 5 partners after 10 years.
When you guys sleep over a guy's house, not your boyfriend's, just a guy you've been seeing, do you get a good night's sleep? I get the worst night's sleep possible. I don't even sleep for like an hour straight. I honestly don't know what it is. I want to know if anyone else has the same thing, but I can't sleep. I don't know why. Worst night's sleep possible, sleeping around a guy.
This is not going to be a popular message, but whoever this word is for, God is saying stop sleeping with married men. When you are sleeping with someone who is married, whether it be a man or a woman, you are definitely opening up yourself to some serious karma. And not only are you enabling that man that you're sleeping with to break his marriage vows, but I want you to realize that you are hurting his wife and the family that they have together in the process. It's gonna feel good now, but this is just temporary. That negative energy you guys are having with the affair that's going on, don't you know that that energy that you are putting out there is gonna come back to you in some form, some fashion later on in life? Please, you are damaging your self-worth. You're damaging your self-respect. That man that you are having an affair with, he cares nothing about you. He only cares about what's going to make him feel good. Not only is that karma going to come back on you, but it's going to come back on him as well. That is why God is saying, please, if this word is for you, and this is God telling you that y'all need to stop. Cut that relationship. Cut whatever it is that y'all have going on. Y'all need to cut it out. This is actually causing interference with your spiritual growth. Look at you. You're lying. You're betraying people's trust. It's just not worth it. You're basically losing your own values, and look, you're settling for less than what you deserve. You are beautiful. Do not ever put yourself in that kind of situation. He doesn't respect you. He doesn't love you. He doesn't even love himself. So what makes you think that he loves you? He doesn't. This was just a quick message. This word is for God wanted me to put this out there. Somebody is doing something that they have no business doing. And yes, if this is you, this word is for you. Okay?
Please be careful of friends that actually sleep with a married man. It's really important to understand that a woman that will knowingly sleep with a married man will eventually betray you too. Usually, women that sleep with married men knowingly actually have an issue where they see themselves as competition with the other woman. And you see this all the time, where the new supply or the friend that is sleeping with the married man, they actually form some type of sick competition with the wife. That maybe they call the wife, or they talk about the wife so bad, or they actually believe that the husband and wife will actually get a divorce. And sleeping with married men says a lot about a woman's character. Even if a married man comes onto you, let him go to hell by himself. You don't have to engage. There is absolutely nothing good that can come from a relationship built on lies, cheating, infidelity, and manipulation. So please understand that a friend like this is someone that you should not have in your circle.
So ladies, what do you think about this topic? Do you think sleeping around is healthy? What are your thoughts? Please, I'd love to know in the comments down below, and I'm really serious about this. So ladies, me personally, when it comes to this topic, like, I can't relate. I can't relate to how someone can sleep with like 40 people. Like the woman says she slept with like 40 men as a birthday present. Who the hell gives such a birthday present to themselves? Like, I think that's a birthday curse, if you ask me. Like, what the hell is that? 40 people in one day, even 5, even 3, even sometimes even 1 is too much work. If you know, you know. Let me tell you, there are very many benefits to like sticking it to one guy or like avoiding it completely. Let me tell you, stop sleeping with men whose moral integrity does not align with anything you want from them or in this life. Like anything they are, anything they say, like who they are, does not align to who you see yourself in future. Like, let me tell you, stop sleeping with people who you can't see in your future. Whenever you meet someone, ask yourself, can this man be in my future in the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? And if he'll be in my future, what impact will he have to my future? Will he destroy me or will he build me? You see, there's a natural glow that comes to a woman when a woman is loved correctly. Let me tell you, if he's the right man, you just start glowing. People just start telling you. Let me tell you, how a man treats you shows on your skin, shows on your face, shows on how calm you are, shows on how like emotional you are. It shows on how you smile. People can see it. Stop sleeping with these men who like come and just take your energy away from you and then leave. Let me tell you, the other day I learned something that I always thought I knew, but I came to realize I did not know, by the way. I had this girl in TikTok. I could have posted the video here, but the girl was speaking in Swahili. So this girl on TikTok, this lady on TikTok was talking about that she just found out that the only reason why women are told not to sleep around is not all because of patriarchy and all that bullshit. It's because when a woman sleeps with a man, she gives her energy away. Like every time you sleep with a man, you give a piece of yourself away. If you have this bright light, you tend to give some of it to that man. No wonder some men tend to go for these really like chosen women, if you know what I mean. Like if you look at Didi, you look at these men, like there's a video I saw about that topic. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, but you don't even have to see that video to understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, there are these men who, once they start dealing with certain women, they just elevate. Everything about them becomes better. Like, I don't know, like it's an example is this black wife effect, something like that. That's just an example. Don't come for me. It's just an example. So some men, when they start dealing with you, they just tend to elevate and you tend to diminish. Or it can also be the other way around. There are these men who, when you deal with them, you just start elevating. But I think as a woman and also as a human being, I think you should add to someone's cup. You should not go there to delete them, to minus them. Like, don't be the reason why that person doesn't even love the art anymore, love doing what they used to do before they met you anymore. They don't love working out. They don't love their body. They are not happy after you came to their life. Don't be the reason someone cries to God. That is something I take very seriously. Let me tell you, don't be the reason why someone looks back and thinks, oh my God, if I did not meet that person, my life will be so much better. Don't be the reason someone makes such a prayer to God. Like genuinely, okay, you know some people play victim. Yes, they can blame you for everything. Yet they are the ones who abused you. I'm not talking about such people. I'm talking about genuinely. Like when you stand in your truth, don't be that type of a person. Okay, me personally about this topic, I see it like this. Like if we have not connected mentally, if there's no mental intimacy, why do you think we should sleep with you? Like, why do you think I should sleep with you? Like, I don't even get turned on. You see, sex starts from the mind. Like, if you don't turn me on mentally, I can't even be turned on physically, you know? Like, it starts from the mind. And you'll realize most of these men are very shallow. The more you abstain or stay celibate, the more you start seeing these men for who they are. Like, when you stay like that for a long time, you can easily see a man who just wants you because he wants to sleep with you. You can easily notice the man who wants you because he really wants you. Like, you can easily tell. It becomes very clear. Like, you have this type of mental clarity. You're not emotionally bound. You're healed. You don't have, even if you have issues, they're not as big as they would be if you were sleeping around. Let me tell you, sleeping around will leave you with this feeling of being empty. I don't know about you, but if I'm giving a piece of myself away every time I lay down with someone, what if I'm laying down with several people? Like, that will actually like drain me completely. No wonder these women who sleep around are very drained. Like, if you look into their eyes, no one is happy. Like, no one is happy. And always remember, misery loves company. Let no one lie to you that this lifestyle of hookup culture, sleeping around, doing this and this, selling yourself short, casual sex is normal. Nothing about that is normal, by the way. Nothing about it is normal. Me, when I meet anyone, I tell them I don't have casual sex. Like, I'm here to go deeper, you know? And you'll tend to lose the men who are interested in sleeping with you very fast. Like they'll tend to fall off really fast. And that's an advantage because now they clear the way for the right man. Like you only need one. You don't need 10. You only need one. If that one like comes along, it's good, does what he's supposed to do, you know, even sleeping with him will feel like a bonus. It won't feel like you're losing part of you. So ladies, really be careful. The only reason women are discouraged from sleeping around is because you lose a part of yourself. And you tend to give that light out. You see your light, you tend to give it out. And I came to realize that women carry a lot of light. Especially when it comes to creating. The creative energy is linked to your femininity. And most men understand this. No wonder they'll tend to tell you, what's my name during the act? Or something like that. Like such men will even try to destiny swap you using such things. So it's a lot to eat. Be careful out here. Like it's a lot to eat. Ladies, don't be ignorant. Educate yourself. Let me tell you, even if you don't believe in spirituality or religion or anything, just educate yourself. It's good to hear about it. And then later, it might hit you. You might actually be, yeah, by the way, she was right. Or he was right. Or that theory is actually right. It's good to just listen to it and then you can decide about it later, you know. But this video is not like to tell people like, no, you should not have sex or what. I'm just telling you, have it with the right person. And don't have it with every person. Like, you're not an avocado. Not everyone will love you. You're not pizza. Not everyone will love you. And you want to sleep with men who actually love you. Don't stop sleeping with, if you sleep around, you're probably sleeping with an enemy. Or even enemies. To that matter. Can you imagine? So ladies, protect your energy, protect your light. Don't give your energy to the wrong man. He'll leave you feeling drained. And let me tell you, you see the lady I told you who did that video on TikTok talking about every time a woman sleeps with a man, she gives her energy away. Hey, let me tell you, when I looked at the comments under that video, I was astonished. That is something I've not mentioned. I was astonished. The number of women saying that after sleeping with a man, after a night, they could not even wake up the next morning, like they had no energy to do anything, not even prepare tea. That was shocking. Hey, that was shocking. Let me tell you, women, it's time we woke up. You better wake up. Let no one lie to you like it's normal, like, you're being too dramatic. What do you mean you can't sleep with me on the first date? What do you mean you never have sex? You don't have casual sex? What do you mean you don't have friends for benefits? Let me tell you, there's nothing awkward about being abstaining. There's nothing awkward about being celibate. Let me tell you, don't play about your health. Don't play about your life. When you sleep around, you play about your life. You play about your health. Don't play about your life. And most of these people encouraging you that are probably fighting STDs, STIs, incurable diseases, even HIV. Let me tell you, please protect your energy. Please protect your light. Protect your light. Protect everything about you. You're very valuable. Like, protect that energy, that power within you, that power within that sacred space of your womb. Protect that energy. That is actually the energy that brings you favors. If you're smart, you know. Let me tell you, when you abstain or when you just have it with the right person, like a person who is not draining your energy, a person who's actually adding to it, you tend to thrive. You tend to glow. If you're not giving it to anyone, I say that, or if you're having it with the right person, you'll tend to glow. But if you're having it with the wrong men who sleep around with everyone, you're also sleeping around with those people. As much as you're only sleeping with this one man, you're mixing your energy with all the people he's sleeping with. Always keep that in mind. So really choose carefully who you open your legs to. Not everyone deserves that kitty cat, let me tell you. Not everyone deserves it. And hardly everyone does. Like, it's only one person that does. And if that one person you cannot locate, please keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. You'd rather look for ways to like get over that ovulation time, but let me tell you, it's not worth it out here. It's not worth it. Like, that one night can ruin your whole life. Always remember that. It can ruin your whole life. And some of you have children. Some of us have children. Can you imagine going out there getting sick and then bringing the disease to your children? Like, bringing the disease home. Not to your children really, but bringing the disease home. Like, your children have a sick mother who's fighting STIs. Huh? Can you imagine that shit? Okay, maybe I tend to be so anxious concerning this. Let me tell you, even having sex for me right now, like, gives me so much anxiety. Like, it gives me anxiety because, like, I think it's one of the most vulnerable states you can be as a woman. Like when you're having sex with a man, like it's the most vulnerable state you can be. And this state you don't want to be in with just anyone. You want a person who has actually earned that energy and who is exchanging the right energy with you. And to know that, you have to assess them. You have to take your time. You have to really take your time. Ladies, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't want to make it so long. I really hope you love this commentary. I've been getting some really good feedback from some of you, and I really appreciate your feedback, ladies. So please comment down below on what you thought about this topic. Please also comment down below on what you think I can do about this channel. Like, what else would you love to see? What are your suggestions? Just remember, this channel is ours, all of us. Yes, I may be the one who founded it and who started it and who controls it and who posts, but it's ours. Like, without you, I wouldn't have a channel. I wouldn't be relevant. I wouldn't be recording this voiceover at 4 a.m. Like, that's how important you are to me. So ladies, please comment down below on what you think about it, what you think, what topics you want to see, what topics you want to see more of. Like, I'll really appreciate your feedback. Anyway, ladies, have a blessed week, have a good Monday, and I'll see you then. Bye.